Florida is no stranger to world-class sports, and as of 2022, the USA's Sunshine State is now on the F1 calendar. Welcome back to the Magic City for the Miami Grand Prix. Well, it's certainly not sunny here in the Sunshine State. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 19 corners and 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium. But these conditions should prove especially difficult for all of our drivers today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Stroll, Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen, Sargent, Albon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Joe, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Well, it's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. And judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
Right then, the formation lap has started, and I must say the weather conditions aren't the best today for visibility and for grip. As each driver performs this lap, they'll be wanting to settle in and concentrate, as this race, in these conditions, will require a lot of focus. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, you're sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead, Perez is behind you. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.6 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The car behind has minor front wing damage. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 44.9. Leading the pack, that's P1. You're in first position, front of the pack, and Verstappen's behind. Our gap behind is 3.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps, and 11 laps to go. I don't think this light rain will pass today. We're predicting light rain for the entire session now. Inters seems to be the fastest tyre for now. Two laps until the pit window opens. You'll be on inters for the next stint. We're expecting this light rain to stay with us. We don't think we'll see a change in the weather throughout this entire session. Pack, that's P1. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 6.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters, and your pit window opens in 2 laps time. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. Okay, so far our fastest lap is a 1:42.9. Laps of fuel to go, 9 laps left. And Verstappen's behind. And the gap behind us is 7.9 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Looks like the car behind has a small amount of damage to the front wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting performance. Just be aware. Time last lap was a 1:46.1. Box, we're coming in this lap. First position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind you now. You're leaving the car behind by 9.0 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. And that's 8 laps to go. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, you've got P3, well done. It's Perez ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 5.7 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Piastri's behind. Okay, gap to the car behind, 1.2 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Okay, so gap to the leader is 6.2 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.7 seconds. Okay, car behind trailing us, 6.4 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Leading the pack, that's P1, and Verstappen's behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on old intermediates. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 2.4 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Their tyres are 9 laps old. The car behind has some damage to its front wing, but pace is currently unaffected. And the time last lap was a 1:46.4. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. First position, front of the pack, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 5.5 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Verstappen behind you now. Our gap behind is 9.0 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. The car behind has minor front wing damage. Your last lap time was a 1:47.3. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Leading the pack, that's P1. and Verstappen's behind. Okay, the gap behind is 13.7 seconds. They're on old intermediates. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Final lap, final lap. Push, push. Gap to your teammate behind is 47.2 seconds. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. We're in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind you now, and the gap behind us is 17.3 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Here we are then, a phenomenal Miami Grand Prix, and what a great show of skill from our race winners today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.